We gotta smile, bitch! Smile, bitch! Come on!
We gonna start this thing alright. Duval in the motherfucking house. Come on, come on. Do it, baby, take it, baby. Do it, baby, take it, baby. Do it, baby, take it.
Hello, my beautifully broken people. I hope you guys are having a wonderful morning, noon, or night, whichever one it is for you. Please excuse the noise in my background. So you guys know I have been reporting on this whole Jason Lee and April Jones drama. I've also reported on April Jones and lilfizz's so-called best friend relationship. So about 3 days ago, Moniece went on Jason Lee's podcast called Hollywoodunlocked. And first, I'm not gonna lie, I thought it wasn't gonna give too much, judge, girl. I'm like, alright, girl. But they came with the juice, okay? So first they got into why and how the whole beef started with Jason and Moniece. I really don't care about that, so I'm gonna skip right over that. But Jason asks Moniece, how did she feel, or why did she think it was wrong that she called Little Brandy's, I'm gonna throw up a picture, she was on Love and Hip Hop, she had called her son ugly. But you guys know she always want to fight whenever anybody says anything about her parenting. So she ends up apologizing, but in my uno, she wasn't sincere about it. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. But then later on in the interview, he asked her about April Jones and lilfizz, and here's some of the things she had to say, and then I'm going to get back with you guys.
I feel like just chair with April Jones. April Jones, sweet girl, whatever. The fans liked her. She had opinions when I wasn't here. When I got here, she didn't have any. So, but that's later in the show.
New challenge alert. Everyone sends me a penny in my PayPal every time Melissa says,
Now, we just posted on Hollywood Unlocked, her in between your baby daddy legs. It's public information at this point that the person who you had beef with, who I thought the beef originated over her taking your kid to Chicago and having your kid lie to you about.
It never had anything to do with it.
Okay, can you please, for the viewers and for people like me that mind their own business, bring us up to speed?
So, I'm long-winded, so.
She's extremely long-winded, girl, and I have to keep pausing because I have to transform this content. If you guys would like to see this video in full, please go check it out on Hollywood Unlocked. She gets into lilfizz going on the run, and girl, I'm like,
what was all that?
lilfizz? Because he had a dispensary thing, he wasn't doing it right, and he was selling the drugs out of his house.
So what is you guys uno on that? Now, I know I've seen him on Marriage Boot Camp smoking all the trees in the neighborhood, and I believe he does live in California. So I'm like, why would you be so dumb to sell it out your house? Like, that's stupid to me. But anyway, continue.
Charges are, I'm confused.
Get to Christmas.
Christmas comes. Well, I go to do my week. This is the week of Christmas, and I go to pick Cameron up. I pick Cameron up. I hate you. That's why I don't want to live with you.
This is Cameron talking.
To me. I don't want to live at your house. When you take me back to my dad, I'm never coming back. And you're trying to keep me from him. Bam, 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 bam. So I'm like, where is this coming from?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Girl, I almost forgot. Make sure you like, comment, or subscribe. Even if you don't like it, girl, dislike it. Just make sure you do something. Like, comment, dislike. I don't give a damn. Just do it, girl. It's free. I'll wait. Thank you, girl. No, not your bald-headed ass back there. I know you purposely just listened to what I said and you didn't even hit the like or dislike button, girl. Girl, you so trifling, girl. Anyway, continue.
I called Drew. I said, he's on Bluetooth. I said, your son can hear you. He said, and I quote, he fucking hates me. He doesn't want to live with me. When I drop him back off for you to do your week, he's not coming back, and then I'm trying to keep him from you.
I hope that he was checked for cursing, number one. Number two, this needs to be a lesson to both of them. Stop involving this child in this fuckery.
So when you guys are having it on Instagram, who initiated that? Was it you that went public with it, and why?
So she, at this point, Cameron has called me, and he was hiding from me. So I talked.
So did you know immediately where he was at?
Once he said Chicago, because I know April's from Chicago.
Mm-hmm. But what made you immediately know that they were in Chicago, that he was with April in Chicago?
Well, because he does everything with her, and I know about all of it. I just never say anything.
You knew that they were together?
Yeah. I had already known that they had been dating. I already knew that Drew had gone from his raided house to his mom's house to now being back and forth between his mom's and April.
Okay, so now they're playing house in Chicago on a weekend that was supposed to be shared with you. You found out. You go live on Instagram. She then respond. Is that one?
I made the comment in my comments.
Okay.
And then it's you guys stop asking me, and I didn't even address anyone in particular. I just put it in there because they were asking so fucking much. You guys stop asking me. It's not his hand. It couldn't be his hand. Even if I wanted it to be, he's in Chicago with April, and the credit than they were actually worthy of. Like, so they would never sleep with each other.
So them being in Chicago together, there was no thought in your head that they were, this was a relationship in the making.
So y'all remember that video that I did, and I showed you guys the receipts of Moniece. She had Scrappy from Love and Hip Hop, not the first one, the second one. I'll throw up a little picture of him. She had his hand, holding his hand, and she took a picture, and everyone was commenting on it, saying if it was Fizz. Now, she claims that she wasn't being petty when she said, oh, it couldn't be my baby's daddy hand because he's in Chicago with April. But, bitch, yes, you was. You were being petty because there was no need to say that. Like, I don't understand it. Like, that's a lie, a blatant lie. Then on top of that, less than 25 seconds ago, you claimed that you knew they were dating. You knew they were together before this trip. Now you're saying, oh, I didn't know until this trip. And I'm like, Jason, Melissa, and fucking DJ Damage, whatever his name is just sitting there not saying shit. Hello, ding, 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 fucking ding. Wake up. Like, how do y'all be doing these interviews? And I highly forgive me because I don't know if I've never been in that situation, but it's just like, you didn't just hear what she said? Anyway, continue.
She and I were on live, and she kept questioning me. I kept saying, my issue's not with you. I didn't say anything bad about you. I haven't disrespected you. I actually like you. We were friends at one point. Well, I'm just trying to figure out what your issue is with your baby daddy, and da-da-da. Meanwhile, I'm not knowing my son is in the room. She's letting my son listen to all of this.
Wow.
And so my son starts texting me, Mommy, please stop before you go to jail. Then I got a voice note. Why are you going in on April? She's so nice to me, and she's nice to my dad, and she hasn't done anything to you. You're going off on her. And I'm like, okay, bitch. This is where I crossed the line. So this is what I've heard from people that know you. And this is what I know about my baby daddy. The things I said about the pussy and the things I said about the bruises on my son, facts. And recently my mother had to check April and let her know we would never have wanted Moniece to go that far because there are children involved. But what she's not known to do when she's in a moment, she's not lying. What she posted was absolutely true.
So you know that she sells her vagina?
I didn't say she sells. I said I know of a couple of niggas that hit and we're paying her bills, and that is true. And so that is why I'm doing the best. When the news broke about them being in a relationship, I wasn't shocked. I already knew this. But again, people think I'm in love with my baby daddy. I am not. I want you to be conscious of the fact that we have this beautiful boy who's struggling emotionally right now. Why on God? If you want to be with whoever, be with whoever, right? But don't include the babies. You live where you.
So, conclusion. Let's start with Moniece. I totally agree with her saying Fizz shouldn't bring other women around her child until he knows that that person has passed the responsible parent test. However, I don't feel like that's what Moniece really cares about because of her actions. She does this with every woman that man gets with. If you remember, she asked Miss Nikki Baby if she could have lilfizz's sperm while they were dating, which is ridiculous to me. And she also said this in that interview.
Relationship with Drew. I had also that
When you found out you were pregnant, you were coming to the
we
end?
were already broken up.
Oh, wow.
I found out maybe like 4 or 5 days after we broke up.
Oh, wow.
But that relationship was the first time. I'm not an affectionate person by nature. I'm very guarded. Normally, I'm always very defensive. And when he came into the picture, I opened up a lot. I was like touchy-feely. I was able to kind of articulate myself, my feelings a little more.
Now, although she's saying she's not in love with Fizz and it's not about him, after hearing what she just said, I feel like she has some unresolved issues with the way that relationship ended. And it's more about him than it is her son. And that's just my Uno girl. Now, April, you are just nasty.
I'm horny. I'm like really horny. And now I'm even more horny. And I'm horny. I'm like really horny. And now I'm even more horny. I'm horny. I'm like, wow.
I know you've been online saying there's nothing wrong with being a hoe. You've been popping your kitty left and right, up, down, round, around, side and side. And what you need to be focusing on is those upcoming court dates, okay? That's just my Uno girl.
Y'all, I realize people really live for the fuckery. Gosh, y'all can't be living for the mess.
Now, Fizz, if you're allowing this woman to say anything about his mother in front of him, you're dead wrong. And if you are beating this little boy because his mother is asking him questions about who's around him and what's being done while he's with you, you need your ass beat. Now, I know some people will find it hard to believe that this is true because of the image Little Fizz puts out there. But I'm here to tell you, everything and everyone is not what they seem or who they are to be. And what actually happened between you and Omarion in front of the baby. I said Omarion. Or Omarion. What happened between y'all? Like, ew. And lastly, the people who are most affected by this whole situation these three idiots are causing is the son and I'm really not too concerned about Omarion because he is an adult. But y'all are involving the child in it and all of this fuckery, and he is going to be hurt by this mentally, and if what Moniece is saying, he's being hurt by it physically. And that is fucking disgusting. I don't care what nobody says. Now, although Omarion and April aren't together, Fizz and April, y'all are some handsome, unloved, unhappy hoes for messing around with each other. Y'all are in a quote-unquote open, romantic, best friend relationship. Your words, April, not mine. Y'all just nasty. There's supposed to be a part 2 to that interview, and y'all know I will be here to give my Uno if that's what y'all want to hear, girl. So to let me know that, please be sure to leave a like or a dislike. It's up to you, girl. And leave your unnecessary, necessary opinions in the comment section below. And I'll see you hoes in the next one. Bye.
Clear it out. Girl, clear it out.
Come on.